Welcome to The Burning of the Midnight Lamp, where we are dissecting music history, album by album, and track by track. We have come to the third track on David Bowie's album Earthling from 1997. It's a track called Battle for Britain, or The Letter. It's written by David Bowie, Reeves Cabrels, and Mark Plati. And we will, as usual, start by listening to it, and then we'll have the discussion afterwards. So here we go.
Time to fly when it's in another pair of pants. And delusion I will be, for I've never been a sinner, la-di-da. Don't be so forlorn, it's just a pile-on. It's the rain before the storm.
That was track 3, Battle for Britain, The Letter.
Yes, this is the one that should have been number 2. It's another track I've listened to a zillion times. Never get tired of it.
Yeah, but it's very similar to Little Wonder in the sense that
Yeah,
if it had come right after Little Wonder,
I also wonder.
Yeah, then maybe they two would have hit
Yeah.
each other in the head.
yeah,
They might have. You can hear there are some similar elements, of course.
yeah.
You can, but it really works in here as well to tie the song together. And I think Bowie's vocals are. I mean, this is like the track Mike Carson would have said when he was talking about looking for satellites. I have the same feeling here when Bowie's vocals enters. I just think it's so cool.
Mm.
It's been mentioned that the vocal melodies and harmonies are reminiscent of a 1966 or 67 British rock band, without going into any further comparisons to
Don't
that.
specify
Yeah,
the
I
band,
wonder. Yeah, as well.
Mm.
It's another slice of the Cockney drum and bass rock hybrid cake that we got a slice of in Little Wonder.
Slightly more aggressive maybe than Little Wonder.
It's faster. It feels faster because the drums here, you can cut yourself on them. They are so razor sharp, and that's Zachary Alford's drums combined with the electronic drums.
Yeah.
Mm.
As we talked about in the podcast, Bowie instructed Alford to make something. he gave him a style and a tempo, and then he just left it up to him to figure it out. And he started by making this a loop in 120 beats per minute electronically that he then sped up to 160 beats per minute. And then he improvised on top of it.
Mm.
And after that, Platy spent days making sure every beat matched the program beat and said the result speaks for themselves.
Yeah,
And,
it does, really does.
This terrific drum track.
Yeah. It is. It's amazing.
It sounds inhuman, and of course it partially is.
Yeah, and we get to hear a bit of nice piano improvisation as well
Yeah,
in here.
Mike Carson,
Doing his thing.
classic Garson.
Mm.
Bowie wanted a piano solo in the middle and challenged Garson to base it on an Igor Stravinsky piece. The Garson then did after hearing it played on the CD. There's also an odd break after that solo.
It's odd, but it's just fun.
Yeah, sonically air candy.
I feel it's just made on purpose to kind of
It is made on
take us out
purpose. Well, obviously it's made on purpose, but
Yeah.
Platy was inspired by how the Beatles chopped up tapes of Being for the benefit of Mr. Kite, put them together in random order. So I guess he did something similar here, put things in random order.
Yeah, there's Bowie vocals that are cut up, and it's very glitchy. But this is before that was more common in pop music.
Yeah, I don't. I think that's the low point in the song for me, though. I don't feel it works that well. It's a bit awkward. Change back to the main song. I think it would have been more effective if the piano solo, because the piano solo and the drums have this sort of build up and it just drops out. If you had that short, brief silence there and then it banged back together with the chorus.
I
I think that would have been more effective.
I get what you're saying, and I think I could say the same with this one as for Little Wonder. The live version is actually an improvement.
Yeah,
So,
I agree. Live version of liveandwell.com.
Yeah, but it's fun in this context. But don't think it lifts the song.
I mean, I don't mind it being there, but I always found it. I mean, obviously it's very intentional and it put work into it, but it almost feels a little bit sloppy. They could have done a better job there. I sit with a feeling. Other than that, it's a track that was made out of many of the same loops and distortions that came out of the recordings of Little Wonder. So maybe that's why they have this resemblance as well. Had all kinds of snippets and musical themes that they had left over. So just like Little Wonder, Platy started making a track himself. And this time he attempted to create a jazz-tinged jungle track. He again created a chord sequence that Bowie again scrapped and wrote a new one.
Okay.
It's not that jazz tinged if you compare to Adam F or even Goldie, but the piano solo, of course, that's the jazz card. But we have to say something about the guitar as well, because that's a magnificent guitar. When it just pumps in the first chords, it's like an explosion.
Yeah, it really, it's remarkably well done. I don't think I know of any. Well, I mean, you have 9 Inch Nails that can do this kind of noisy in your face guitars.
Yeah, it's a dynamic there of and maybe Butch Vig, some like garbage at that time, were trying to be very dynamic and have these boom explosions.
Yeah. At least in a pop context, because
in a pop context, of course, many.
There are many others that do.
Yeah.
This more violent.
Pop context.
Yeah.
9 Inch Nails also chopped up vocals and like they did in the break here. Even in the Bowie remix from the Heart Filthy Lesson from Outside.
Yeah.
It was not the first at all, but it's just a great track all round, a highlight. And if we look forward to Black Star, because when we heard Black Star, there were some parts of the drums, especially Pity She Was a Whore and Sue, where the drums almost sound like drum and bass. And I think the track they remind me of is this track.
Yeah.
The drumming on this track. So I think there's a line that can be drawn between Battle for Britain and Sue, especially.
Could be.
The title is never referred to in the lyrics. Do we know why it's called Battle for Britain?
Yeah, no. It's Bowie discussed that the lyrics are about his uncertainty, about his British identity. He's not lived in the UK for 2 decades when this album, or when he wrote the song. So be connected to that. It's also the song that gets most associations to the cover. I mean, obviously Britain is a British flag, so that may be obvious, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the lyric is hard to get anything from, except
it is supposed to be a cut-up lyric.
Yeah. Cut up letter. But if he says it's about his relationship to Britain, then we have to believe him. But you couldn't have guessed if the title was different.
Me, my, the time to fly. I've been away from UK for 20 years.
Yeah, in another pair of pants.
Yeah.
Another pair of hands.
I've been a winner in my life.
La-di-da, he sings.
Yeah, that's also a fun part.
Yeah.
La-di-da.
Was it intentional or didn't he?
Or did he forget the show lyrics? La-di-da.
No, it's a great live track, as you said as well, Tron. It was first performed on his 50th birthday concert in 9th of January 1997. And it was played on more or less all the concerts during the Earthling tour. And there are live recordings, as we mentioned, on liveandwell.com, where you can actually hear Garson end the song playing snippets of Time from 1973. That insane track. And that's a great ending. Yeah, almost like every time I hear the studio version, I miss that ending.
Yeah, that is true. I remember. Yeah.
That's a great one. And it's also live version on Look at the Moon from the Phoenix Festival in 97 that was released in 21. It was also played a little bit on the reality tour and is actually included in the live album, a reality tour. So it was played 121 times in all. That makes it the second most played song on the album.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most played song?
I think we will get to it.
Do you know, or
Must be I'm Afraid of Americans.
it's played a lot, which we'll come back to in another episode. Not the next episode, because that will be 7 years in Tibet in a couple of days. Please leave a comment below if you have any opinion on the songs, on this song. And remember, we have a podcast where we are discussing this album and other Bowie albums, other albums by other artists. We have a Patreon channel if you want to support us. We get early access to everything we do here and future albums. So, see you in a couple of days, and you must all have a great day.
La-di-da.
My, the time do fly. See you soon.